Hey guys, welcome back to my channel today. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my March favorites and fails. This is always a really exciting video for me to film because I love sharing with you guys what products I just love, the products that I can't seem to get my hands off of. So my approach to these videos, because I do lots of hits and misses very frequently on my channel, I don't want to keep repeating the exact same products over and over again. So if it's okay with you guys, I'm going to stick to the content of my favorites videos with products that I've been loving, sometimes off screen, some products that I've been rediscovering in my collection that are not new necessarily, but they're still available. And then also the new releases that I cannot seem to get my hands off of. So all of that will be talked about today. I have really narrowed it down to some amazing products that I've just been using constantly this month. So let's get right on into it. First, let's talk about two foundations that have been my absolute faves this month. I have recently hauled quite a few that have been amazing, but these are the two that I seem to continue to reach for. So the first one is rediscovered in my collection. This is not new. This is from Benefit. It is the Hello Happy Soft Blur Foundation. It is the foundation I'm wearing today, and this product does just that. It's a soft blur, super nice, very skin-like. I think it's beautiful, and the shade that I wear is shade 3, so it's a light neutral. I love this. It's a true medium coverage that can be sheared down, built up, and it just still shows those features of your face that you want seen. So definitely a perfect foundation for my preferences. Like I said, this is one that is rediscovered in my collection because I have had it for a little while, but definitely ask for a sample in store because this is one that I do think is worth checking out. Next, I want to talk about another foundation, and this is one that, again, it's a perfect Jenna foundation. It's very glowy, like that medium coverage that, again, can be very manipulated up and down when it comes to coverage. Glowy, healthy skin, like this is all stuff that I just love. I love having healthy skin and something that looks as natural as possible. This is from Guerlain. This is the Essential Foundation, and for my American friends, I actually asked my friend Mel, who is American, and she does have this product, and a lot of you guys were asking me, where are Americans getting this? Because it's not on Sephora, so I don't know if it's on Sephora yet for you guys, but if not, she told me that it was also at Harrods. I think that's how you say it. I'll put that in the screen here. Harrods. I've never heard of this retailer. So if you're American, definitely check out that department store. I think it's worth checking out. This one does have a bit of a perfume to it. It's not super bad, but it's definitely present. So it's got that perfumey smell, but it doesn't linger on the skin. I can't say enough good things about this one. Like the packaging is very vanity worthy. I don't know. What can this foundation not do? Huge love for sure. Next, I want to talk about a powder that I have been wearing basically every single day. So if you guys check out my description box, you'll see that all the products I'm wearing in every single video, I try my best to include every single one. This has been one that has repeatedly been in that box, and it's also in my life, like consistently. This is the Mer The Powder. They do have a pressed powder version, but this loose powder is super beautiful. It's expensive because it's La Mer, but I do love the fact that it seems to last forever. I have not tried the old version of that powder. I know a lot of you guys keep asking me if I have, and the answer is no. I was actually really unfortunate to miss out on the first formulation where there was a lot more powder, I guess, in that first container. But even though this one is substantially less, I find that it's never like diminishing, even though I'm wearing it every single day. So I'm happy with it. I think I'm still getting my money's worth. It comes with this cute little puff, but I don't wear it with this puff. I just use my brush. I'll use my Sigma F30, the large powder brush. I'll go in with my La Mer brush, just like a big, like wide powder brush just to set your base with. And this is really nice. It's like a soft matte. It's super beautiful. It doesn't make my skin feel dry or cakey or like add any heaviness to my skin. It's just perfect. It just sets everything so well, keeps the glowiness from the primer and the foundations that I'm using intact as well, because I do find if you have too much of a matte powder, obviously it will not let that glowiness show through because the whole point is to mattify, right? So I love that it does this softly so it still blurs but keeps the glow intact. So if you haven't checked out this powder, I think you absolutely should. Again, it's an investment, but this is one that I know I can rely on. No matter what base I have, it's gonna make it look beautiful with this powder. Next, I wanna talk about another product that I've had in my collection for a while, and I recently rediscovered it, and this needs a lot more love, you guys. This is the highlighting palette from MAC. It is the Hyper Real Glow in the shade Get It Glowin. This is the gold version, so there's also a pink version and a few other versions as well. I do have the pinks, but I like this gold one just a little bit better, just because this is the one that I'm grabbing all the time versus the pinks. The pinks are still lovely, but the gold is like my fave. So the two I wear for highlight are the first two shades, which are right here. I can mix them together. I can wear them separate. The third shade here is a little bit deep for a highlight for my skin tone right now anyways. So I use it as an eyeshadow, actually, like a glowy bronzy eyeshadow, and it works wonders. So that's how I use that one. But obviously the most used is these two. And when you see my brow bone highlight, it is typically this first shade here. It's so beautiful. It can be worn subtly with a light swipe, or you can really amp it up to make it look blinding. They don't emphasize texture, pores, or anything. They just glide on the skin, melt in, and just give you that beautiful gleam. So I love this as well. This is definitely a March favorite. Speaking of glowy products, this is another one that I have recently hauled into my collection, but I cannot stop using it. So I know this is a favorite for that reason. And this is from Becca. It is the Glowy. This palette is from Becca. It is the Khloe and Malika collection, and this one is actually the Khloe version. So they have made a Khloe version and a Malika version. The Malika version, of course, has some deeper tones in it, and I did swatch both in store. The Malika one can still work on my skin tone, but I do find it has to be modified a little bit because it's a touch dark with certain things, like the highlight, for instance. So if you have my skin tone, you can definitely pick up both palettes, but I find this one to be just a little bit more natural looking on my skin. So this one is gorgeous. As you can see, I'm wearing the highlight today. I'm also wearing the blush in this corner today, and I'm also wearing the bronzer. So these are lovely. The only qualm I have about this palette is that my Marc Jacobs bronzer brush can just barely fit in this guy. So it does the job, but it's pretty tight. So I wish that it would just have a little bit more space in those pans, but all in all, it's not bad. It's not like I'm diving into the blush or anything. I think it's perfect for travel, for on the go. If you love glowy products, this is for you, I promise. It's so pretty. And if you're like me, like I said, that glowiness, healthy skin, all of this is kind of along the same family of like the ideal products for me and my preferences. So if you're similar to me, you'll definitely like that one too. Next, I want to talk about a mascara combo I've been using a lot. So the first one is actually the primer, and this is something that I've recently hauled as well. This is the Marc Jacobs Velvet Primer, and this is really lovely, you guys. I actually only use it for my top lashes, and I love the fact that it just gives that falsy effect on your top lash. I don't use it on the bottom because I do find that it can really thicken the bottom lashes, and I don't want them to look that bold. I just want the top ones to look the boldest. So that's how I use this primer. I literally apply it and I wait about 30 seconds and apply my mascara right after that. So this one, like I said before in a hits and misses video, it's a beigey formula, it's not white. A helpful tip with this one is to make sure that you're applying it very lightly at first until you get the hang of it, especially the brush, because this brush is the same as the Velvet Noir mascara. So I do find there is the potential to really clump up your lashes if you're applying too much of this. So just keep that in mind, but once you find that perfect balance, it looks stunning on the lashes. So I love that. And what I've been using it with is actually my Dior Show Iconic Overcurl Mascara. This is one that I'm actually trying to use up this month, and I'm very close to actually using it up, but I've been enjoying it as well. This is like a ride or die mascara for me. It's been in my collection for years on and off. So obviously not the same tube of mascara, but I have repurchased this multiple times ever since I was, I want to say it's been at least 5 years. Like, it's just been in my collection for such a long time. I love the formula. I love the wand of this. This is a gorgeous bent wand. So it's kind of like a crescent moon type idea. So it gets the bottom of the lashes beautifully. It hits the top lashes beautifully, creates that lift. It's got that volume, that thickening effect. So this with the primer is just dynamite. I love it. It's what I've been using, and I can tell that it's kind of on its last leg because it's starting to dry up, and the amount of product in here has definitely diminished, so I'm kind of sad, but I'm also excited and proud of myself because this one is almost done. Now, when it comes to eyeshadow palettes, I really wanted to be very specific. This is an area that I feel like a lot of people can go on and on about the palettes that they're using, and that's not a big deal to me, but I really wanted to be very succinct in this video and be like, what is the absolute palette, like the one palette I've been picking up out of the rest? So not to say that the rest of them are not palettes I've been enjoying by any means, but this one here is one that I've been picking up the most for sure this month. This is the Charlotte Tilbury, the Icon eyeshadow palette, and it's gorgeous, you guys. I love the formula of these. This is the color story. It's so stunning. The formula of these is super nice, like a smooth creaminess to them. I feel like even though a lot of them are shimmer, they glide over the lid as if like butter, kind of. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you have any texture or anything, I do think you might have an actual great chance at really loving these because as you can see, my eyes are almond and they have a little bit of a hoodedness to it. So I do have some creasing when I apply my eyeshadow, obviously. So what I find is that these like glide over that really easily. They don't emphasize it. They don't cling. If you have a drier formula and you have some creasing like I do or some hoodedness, you will understand what I'm talking about. It just clings, and often if you're like me, I like curse myself and I'm like, why are my eyes like this? Like, I don't like that they're kind of hooded, but this makes working with my eyes obviously a lot easier because of the formula being so creamy. So I suggest if you're at all interested in it, just give it a try, even if you think that you're too old or something, because I think you'd actually really like this. So this is one that I've been nonstop loving, and I'm so happy it's in my collection. This is another stunner from Charlotte Tilbury. Now lastly, let's talk about some lip products that I've been loving. I narrowed it down to two. So the first one is a new one. The second one is one that I rediscovered. So the one that I rediscovered is from Too Faced. This is the Natural Nudes lipstick. This, you guys, is a consistently gorgeous formula. It's creamy, it's pigmented, beautiful nudes. Like, the range of this is beautiful. I literally want every single one. They're so, so stunning. And the packaging is gorgeous with this like lace detail. I love this. My favorite shade is Birthday Suit. This is what is in this tube. I've been wearing it nonstop. It's so good. It's like a beigey pink nude, but like perfect for my skin tone. It's not too light where it's gonna wash me out. It's perfect. Like, so good. I'm gonna swatch it because you guys need to know what this is like. Here we go. So this is Birthday Suit. Perfect nude color, you guys. Love it. Definitely check out this Natural Nudes line if you haven't, because I don't think I've met somebody that doesn't like these. Like, they're just so, so good. Next, the product that is semi-new to my collection that I've been grabbing a lot is this Milk Makeup lipstick. This is in the shade Deuces, and this is my second most used lipstick for sure. I'm going to swatch it right next to Birthday Suit, and you'll see it's kind of in the same family of colors that I like. But the packaging of this Milk one is stunning. It's a magnetic closure. It's a gorgeous white color. I just love it. Like, it's very luxe and heavy to the touch, which I love. And this is what the shade looks like besides Birthday Suit. Or beside Birthday Suit, sorry. So that is the more deeper color on the right, super pigmented as well. This one lasts a long time. These two, definitely check out these formulas if you're looking for a new lipstick because they're bomb. Now let's get on to fails. Oh my goodness. Okay, the first one is one that is so incredibly devastating. It just sucks so much because I love how it wears on the lips, but there's one thing that just kills me. It kills the whole experience. So what I'm talking about is the MAC Powder Kiss lipstick. The shade that I have is Sultry Move, and I'm gonna swatch it because this is a gorgeous color, you guys, and it's very similar to the other two here that I have, but you guys know this is like the shades I typically wear, so I don't mind having similar shades in this family, but the shade here is on the far right, so it's got more of that peachiness to it. It is so pretty, you guys. The formulation of this, it's a very comfortable matte. It blurs away the lines. It's very comfortable, like I said, pigmented, but like has a sheen to it. So it just gives you that nice healthy look to the lips, even though it's like a matte. And the packaging is so nice, but it stinks. It physically stinks. This lipstick smells like rubber to me, like tires. That's what it smells like. I don't know if I got a dud, so let me know down below if you have a Powder Kiss lipstick, especially this shade. Please let me know what it smells like, because the smell is so unbearable that I actually can't even wear it because I can still smell it on my lips when I'm wearing it. I actually swatched it on my hand and actually got my husband to smell it and asked him what he thought of it. I was like, what does this smell like to you? He's like, burnt rubber. So yeah, it cheapens it immensely. Like the smell, I have no idea what's in here, but I'm really hoping it's just a bad lipstick. Like it's something that was wrong and I can just get another one, because this is so pretty. It wears so nice. It's a gorgeous formula, but the stink, oh my word. So please let me know if this is just me. Next, I want to talk about a product that I recently hauled, and I actually used my Rouge Reward on this item. Otherwise, I don't know if I would have purchased it from Sephora. This is the Silk Headband. It is a like silk brand headband basically, so it's super cute. I use it to do my skincare at night when I'm masking, things like that. I do think that it does the job, but I must say, because it's silk, it is a very high maintenance product, so you have to hand wash it, and that's annoying to me. I hate that, honestly. This is just me being totally vulnerable and upfront. But anything that's hand washed is just like, oh dang it. Like it's another thing you have to do. So that's a little annoying, but I do think that it's really cute. The only thing that I would suggest for this, like I just think the price tag of this at Sephora is outrageous for what it is, honestly. So if you have a gift card and you're interested in it, you have a Rouge Reward and you're interested in it, it does its purpose, right? Like it's adorable. I think that if you can get this at a Marshall's or a Winners or a big department store like that, I have heard that you guys have shared that you found this in those types of stores. Please utilize that and go there, because it's cute, but I think it's like, I want to say it's like $75 Canadian or something crazy. I will correct that if I'm wrong, but it's definitely up there. And I'm like, you know what? Getting a pillowcase is one thing because you sleep on it constantly and you're like, you know, moving your hair around all the time. I get that there's like a purpose for having a silk product over a cotton product, but definitely adorable. But the price at Sephora is a crazy one. Next, I want to talk about the Labo fragrances that I was really lucky to get gifted to me actually from my husband. So he purchased the big Discovery Set for Valentine's Day for me. It was a small little sample size of every single fragrance that they create in their line, and I was super excited because, as you guys know, I've been really wanting to try their brand, but their perfumes are super expensive. We're talking more expensive than Jo Malone, so that tells you something. It's definitely an investment, and unfortunately, none of those perfumes worked for me. None of them. I was so sad. They're either too spicy, too warm, which is definitely not my preference, or they're woody, or they're earthy, or when they're floral, they're very floral, kind of like a powdery finish. So I didn't really like that. The florals that I do have in my collection definitely have a fruity balance to them, or like a fresh floral or a fresh fruity. That is typically my preference. So the Labo ones really didn't match that. There was nothing that I tested in that set that was really fruity. There was only like an orange flower one that was pretty fruity, but it still had a very heavy floral undertone that kind of masked that for me. So I was like, you know what, it's not worth purchasing a bottle of, because I think they start at like $250. So those are fragrances you have to love in order to get them, right? So unfortunately, none of them worked. So don't hate me if you love that brand. I'm so happy for you, but I'm going to stick to my Jo Malone London and other brands that I love because I know I'll get use out of them. Lastly, my final decision on natural deodorants I've been testing. So I had one from the Kopari brand and one from the Farmacy brand. They are definitely not a fit for me and my lifestyle. Those two caused my underarms to peel, rash, like sting. I was really worried that they were going to open up to actually get some wounds and stuff. I was really worried. And at that point, it had been a full month. So I decided, you know what, it's really not worth it for me to put my underarms through that. So I've decided, you know what, no. I've also heard of so many people that love natural deodorants and have never gone through that phase. So I think I'm just going to wait to find one like that and not put my underarms through agony in order to find one. Anyways, guys, that is it for my March favorites and fails. Let me know, what do you think of the products that I showed today? Have you tested any of them yourself? Also, let me know what products failed you this month because I would love to avoid them. And until my next video, guys, take care. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.
You and me, everything that we've been through has made us strong. You won't believe we've had our gray, but somewhere there's a light inside of us. It shows the